What it do, YouTube? It's your boy MachineZo MachZody, MachineZo, and we coming back with another react. This time we're reacting to my boy 1090 Jake Endofsentence, and this one is crazy. Like, this is really insane. Florida man sentenced to 999 years for killing his own grandparents. So when folks die and rearrest, they like, hey, bro, you gotta come here and do this bit, bro. You ain't finished with it. You still got some time to go. But we gonna get into the video. I am the Chill Life of Zoe. Subscribe to me, and let's check this shit out.
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on a Florida man that was sentenced to 999 years.
Ouch!
For killing his grandparents.
Ouch!
A teenager's in.
As a grandparent, shit is crazy to think about. You spent all your life raising your kids. They get kids. You spend majority of that lifetime raising them, all to get smoked by them, bro. Can imagine I'm about to get smoked by some kids I ain't even born yet. Shit, wow.
After a family says he shot and killed his grandparents over a
Bro ain't even gonna be able to play GTA 6. For sure gonna have his hairstyle in GTA 6. Triple murder is crazy, bro. Yeah, that's life off the rip. If you gonna go to Florida, bro, just don't do crime. They protect and serve the law to the fullest. Court systems do not play. It's not for a criminal if you want to live in Florida.
Feud.
You can do crime all you want.
You need
sure,
a Hardy
you get
and
caught.
Gregory Merritt were in their early 60s.
No,
family friend was also killed in all of this.
Damn,
his thoughts, his actions, his words. Those three things.
I swear I seen her before, but y'all, these motherfuckers be looking the same, don't it?
Prove to you, in this case, beyond a reasonable doubt, that this defendant committed 3 counts of premeditated murder.
Premeditated.
To the police is credible because it is literally wrong.
Look at this courtroom, bro. It's snowing in this courtroom, bro. I promise you, as a black person, this is not where you want to be.
By all the other evidence in this case. And that is the same statement in which he confesses to 3 counts of murder.
First on my list to see is Jadarius Jones.
I guess Darius wasn't good enough. They had to add the J. Made a nigga named Jadarius. Black people, man. He think he cool as shit. You dumb as shit. I bet if you was standing or kicking it around your grandparents, I'm sure they was the only one supporting you. So there go your bond money, goofy.
Okay, are you Jadarius Jones?
Yes, sir.
All right, I have read the arrest and booking report. I do find there to be probable cause for the 4 charges against you. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you.
Weak ass tats. He already had the triple cross on him. On his arms. Like 3 crosses. Boy got teardrops already. Who you want to be? That boy want to be somebody's boyfriend. What he want to be?
Mr. Jones, you've been charged with 3 separate counts of second-degree murder.
Oh, look at her face.
You've also been charged with...
She's like, I'm just here for a misdemeanor. White girl tweaked out. She don't give a fuck, bro. But the black girl, like 3 counts of murder. Lord have mercy.
a separate count of armed robbery.
Damn.
You will be held without bond on all 4 of those charges.
It was January 15th,
Burnt.
2020.
Folks ain't even cooked, bro. He burnt. No bond. They ain't gonna bond your ass out anyway. You killed the folks who was gonna bond you out. Stupid, man.
At 12:30 in the afternoon, Jacksonville sheriffs responded to a home in reference to a shooting. Arriving on scene, officers discovered 44-year-old Luther Williams laying in the front yard with multiple gunshot wounds.
44.
Officers quickly conducted a security sweep of the residence, finding 2 additional victims in a back bedroom. 58-year-old Unita Hardy and 63-year-old Gregory Merritt.
Damn.
They were both under.
This is a sucky thing about death. They just be using any fucking picture, bro. Why they got Unc picture like this, bro? I know Unc had a better picture. Grandma picture straight, but Unc, bro, why they do it Unc like that, bro? Papa.
Responsive with multiple gunshot wounds. All 3 victims would die at the scene.
Damn.
As detectives arrived to begin the triple homicide investigation. A search warrant was obtained, the crime scene was processed, and multiple 9mm
Crazy
shell
stat.
casings would be found inside and outside the home by all 3 victims. It was determined all 3 met a violent demise, standing only feet away from their killer. A nearby neighbor, now witness, would tell detectives she observed an 18-year-old named Jadarius Jones arrive at the victim's home in a black Toyota Camry. He'd enter the home.
What a dummy. Ain't look and see if there was witnesses around. Didn't probably even care if there was witnesses around. But that witness there, boy, just got your ass cooked.
Wearing a fanny pack satchel.
Overcooked.
And once inside was confronted by male acquaintances who were already in the home. The confrontation stemmed from an incident they found out Jadarius was involved in.
Damn.
And a physical fight broke out. Jadarius was seen running from the home on foot. Officers would observe a male matching.
So, I don't know. This is just opinion before I ain't watched the video. But they charged folks with aggravated robbery. Sounds like the 44-year-old was the one that they robbed. He robbed. And for some reason, I don't know, maybe he knew the dude or whatever the case is, but he was at their grandparents' house telling them about youngin'. You know, probably doing like the old school justice, like, yo, you need to get your grandchild. He out here doing this and this. He pulled up on him and whacked everybody. Said, fuck type of meeting y'all got on. Shot everybody up.
Description of Jadarius at a home not far from the murder scene. He'd be detained by officers, identified as the suspect, and transported for an interview with detectives. A search of the home would reveal a fanny pack style satchel described by the witness. Inside was a wallet belonging to the victim found in the front yard. Speaking with Jadarius, the detective would read him his constitutional rights, and
This nigga got a weak ass heart on his face. The shit on his neck, I don't even know. He just said, put some shit on my neck, bro. Shit is lame.
Jadarius would acknowledge he understood all of his rights and signed the form. Post Miranda, Jadarius would confess to shooting and killing all 3 victims. But these weren't just random people. Unita and Gregory were his own grandparents. The 18-year-old would be charged with 3 counts of second-degree.
He looks slow, bro. That's all I gotta say about it.
Murder, armed robbery with a firearm, and theft of a motor vehicle for stealing the victim's Toyota after the murder. The vehicle would be found in front of the home he was found at.
Retarded.
Jadarius would sit inside of the Duval County Jail for over 2 years before finding himself guilty as fuck at trial. Now 20 years old, Jadarius...
Guilty as fuck is crazy. Damn, folks only 20. So, goddamn. That boy gotta do, goddamn, 1,019 years. Or he gonna be 1,019 when he get out.
would receive a jaw-dropping 999 years for the triple murder that ended his grandparents' life. In all reality, he'd be sentenced to...
You know you cooked when the tweaker looking at you and the black girl who probably goddamn stealing or some shit, they looking at your ass like, your ass a real menace to society, bro. You might as well have got that shit finished all the way to your chest. Stupid ass tat, bro. I don't know what that shit is. Centipede neck out.
For each murder, with the sentences running concurrent. But on the court side, it would say 999 years, 99 months, and 99 days.
Yeah, that's a life sentence.
For those that have never been to prison, within the dorms are call-out sheets that would list inmate names, Department of Corrections numbers, as well as their release dates.
Damn.
And for the inmates with a life sentence, the year of release would just say 9999. Now these...
They try to be funny, that's all. Cause goddamn, they should have just put L, life, something. They put all nons. They Juice World your ass, boy.
Numbers almost seem make-believe, but for 20-year-old Jadarius, they are very real.
You, my boy.
If he's lucky enough to
really,
live
though.
the next 60 years, he'll have spent it within the 4 regions of the Florida Department of Corrections. It doesn't matter which part of the state he wakes up in.
What in the fuck? Yeah, see, this is why you don't go to Florida, bro. I have no idea what this is, but this bro probably about to touch all 4 regions of this motherfucker.
That Florida sun will shine every morning off the barbed wire fences. And the day he doesn't wake up, he'll be collected from his cell, body bag.
This don't even look like a place you want to even work at, gang. Like, everybody miserable in this whole guards miserable, inmates miserable. It's that Florida life.
Sent home if he has any living relatives, or he'll be buried at the prison. But that Florida sun will keep on shining. And this is the reality of life in Florida State Prison. Another statistic and another example for those watching of what your life could be if you make the wrong decisions. Now, there was a lot of information missing from this case that I wasn't able to find in the courts. Apparently, Jadarius was rumored of having committed a shooting. That, I guess, is the reason he was confronted inside of his grandparents' home. Now, I don't know if this was an attempt of, like, hood justice. Like, we heard he did something, so we're gonna come over here and beat him up to teach him a lesson, and his grandparents allowed it.
I don't know if they put hands on him, dude. He might have beat him up, but I think he might have just been snitching to his grandparents. That's what it seems like to me.
Jadarius snapped and ended up killing his grandparents and another man.
That's wild.
We don't know the details. All we know is an 18-year-old turned that gun on his grandparents and a third man that was killed in the front yard.
That's wild.
Then he admitted it to the police.
That's wilder.
Done deal. This happened in Jacksonville. Jacksonville has been the murder capital of Florida for a long-ass fucking time.
Sound like guns need to be confiscated, goddamn something. They need to do a better job of something, bro. I don't know what they got going on.
Drill rappers, you know, the Florida drill scene, that started in Jacksonville. The courts aren't gonna play that shit. When I was in the Florida prison system, most of the jits that I met that came from Jacksonville had 10 years or better. And they were all in there for some type of a gun crime, whether it was shootings, whatever the fuck, murders, attempted murders. That's just how they're rocking over there. But for Jadarius, I don't see him being granted an...
That boy Travis Hunter and Jacksonville Jaguars gonna be thugging. And we on the field with goddamn Blicks.
appeal for a triple murder like this. And based on where the shell casings landed, they were able to prove, through analyzing the crime scene, that he was firing from close range.
Damn.
He was right in front of them when he gunned them down.
Damn, that boy got a point blank badge on a motherfucking grandparents. It's nasty work. Sheesh.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He didn't play crazy. He didn't go the insane route. He admitted to it for whatever reason. Signed off on his life, basically just ate a fucking life sentence. Now he's gone. He's in prison. And
a weird story, bro.
Living that day by day from 20 years old to whenever he's no longer breathing.
That's crazy.
That's no life to live. If you've been in there, you know that. And it's sad because I've gone on the Florida Department of Corrections website and just looked up some of the people that I knew, especially some of the ones that I met that had life sentences.
Damn.
A couple of them have committed suicide.
Damn.
Because they weren't able to just keep doing it. Every day, it's repetition. It's the same thing. Nothing changes. A lot of people don't realize out here you have so much freedom to the point that
I ain't a lot of people, gang. I realize I'm free as a motherfucking bird, bro. Oh, God, bro. I realize I can get up right now and go to the motherfucking stove. I know in jail, you gotta even get up and barely use the bathroom without a nigga looking at you. No, I understand the very perks of freedom, nigga. That's why I don't do crime, gang. But, a lot of people do need to watch this and understand freedom is great, and you should enjoy it too.
you don't see what you have until it's gone. When you're in there, all you can do is wear blue. The same blue as everybody else has. His might be a little bit nicer than yours, a little bit newer because he paid money for it, but all you wear is blue. All the COs wear is brown. Those are the only colors you're seeing year after year after year. You know what I mean? You're used to the fucking heat, because if you're not in one of the newer dorms, you're in the old school Florida prison dorms where there's just holes in the windows and there's no AC. It's hot as fuck. The rain gets into the dorm. Living that day by day for the next 40, 50, 60 fucking years is no life to live. And I wish that the Florida Department of Corrections would let people like myself in with a camera to show y'all the realities, to keep y'all from making the
Your word
decisions
is good enough.
that leave you in there with no escape. A lot of people say,
Believe
oh,
me,
how did
Brody,
you
your
get
word
through
is
prison?
good
How
as
did you do
gold.
so much confinement time? I didn't have a choice.
Facts.
I had to.
Hell no.
Now he doesn't have a choice until he dies.
Damn.
But hey, it's 1090 Jake. I hope y'all get the fucking message.
That's the video, man. Big message, strong message right there. Nigga got 999 years. He'll never, ever see the light of day again. Unless that motherfucker break out. And it ain't gonna be long. But shit, that's the video. Subscribe to End of Sentence, 1090 Jake. And subscribe to Chill Life of Zoe. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. Until then, we on to the next one. I'm out. Peace.